Well, hello, Iron Halo family and friends. We are super excited to get you a round 3 matchup. It is going to be Sisters of Battle versus Imperium, but really it's just Knights. So, you know, we've already had the players deploy. They're on this awesome Necron table. Scott is playing his Sisters of Battle, and they got the +1 to go first, and he got go first. But however, Ryan
got
seized on. That's exactly right, and is getting to go first. So Cody,
2 weeks ago to Prime, we were just playing
let
like
them go ahead,
and
we'll get this ball rolling. Here you go.
Cool. All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna do my scout move before game.
Yep.
Don't forget to start the clock.
Testing.
Hit it now, yeah.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man? We're live. How you doing, buddy?
Okay. It's my go, man. All
What's
on
it?
you.
This is just a sister squad in here, right?
No, this is Arcoflagellants.
Okay, I don't know what they do, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Touch. 12. Come on, stop moving arms.
Disintegrators assault.
What?
Are they assault weapons? The disintegrators? They suffer the penalty.
They
for
don't
moving.
suffer any penalty for moving and shooting.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man?
I'm gonna tuck him back in. I think that's it for my moving.
Okay.
He's on this one, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Shooting. We'll start with him. We'll put an Avenger Gatling cannon in this Rhino.
Sounds good. You can see him. Oh, for yeah.
And then we'll put the Melta into that one that's peeking out right there.
Sounds good.
You don't have anything out of tanks, right?
No.
Except for the cannons
Except
and
for the
characters. All right. We'll throw the heavy stubbers and rocket pods over here too.
Sounds good.
Oh, he doesn't have the rocket pod. Never mind.
Sounds good.
But the heavy stubbers. So Avenger Gatling cannon over here.
Yep. I want to give a shout out to my wife. She allowed me to come here today.
So did mine.
All right.
Smart man.
Well, my wife's like 7 months pregnant, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Mine's with our kid. So this is the Relic Gatling against that one. Oh, sorry. Canicles first turn. I'll take cover.
Sounds good. 3 miss, 4 miss.
4 miss, 3 sixes.
Sounds good.
Toughness.
Oh, you don't have to roll to hit for those. They just automatically generate.
Yeah.
Everything's tough 7.
Just automatically
Yeah,
generate.
tough 7 on everything.
So 5s.
Yep.
So 2, 4, 6, 6.
Looking for 4s here. Oh, into this one.
Yep.
So that is -2 +1 for being obscured. So it's still 4s. So I take 2. So that's 4 damage.
4 damage, yep.
And then feel no pains. Looks like I take 4. Down to 6.
Yep. Heavy stubber on that.
Yep.
Man wounded.
Looking fails. Fails.
Yay, heavy stubber. Or yeah, heavy stubbers. The Melta, the one that's just peeking.
Sounds good.
One shot. Miss.
Misses.
All right, we'll go to this one.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna do Gatling cannon, battle cannon,
Sounds good.
and then we'll dump Gatling cannon. We'll put the heavy stubbers and rocket pod into this one as well.
Sounds good, man.
So let's do the battle cannon in the back first.
Yep.
2 shots.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Looking for 3s.
2 wounds.
Battle cannons
Minus
-1.
2.
Or -2, yeah. So I pass. I got a 4-up invul.
Yep.
And so 1 goes through.
D3 +1. So 4.
I take 4.
Yep. Avenger Gatling cannon on the one in front of that.
Sounds good. 1 miss.
1 miss.
Looking for
5s to wound.
5s, yep.
So 2, 4, 5.
So 2 go through, yep. Am I obscured by this guy by 50%?
I don't think so.
Oh no, so it's still 4 up regardless. It's still -1, so 2 go through. So 4 damage.
6 damage because it's the +1 for the relic.
Yeah. Over 6s here. I take 5. Pass 1.
All right. The heavy stubbers, 3, 6. All hit.
Sounds good.
5's the wound. 1, 2, 3.
1 goes through.
It's 2 damage each.
Oh,
Because of the relic still.
yeah. So 2 damage. It's down to 5.
Missile pod. It's 5 shots.
Yep.
5s. 2 -1.
1 goes through.
So it's 3 damage.
3 damage. Takes 3 into the same one.
Yep.
So 2 left.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna shoot the Avenger and the battle cannon at the back one.
This one.
Yep.
Sounds
and the
good.
heavy stubber and the rocket pod at the front one.
Sounds good.
We'll do those first. Two wounds with heavy stubbers.
1 goes through.
So 1 damage. Rocket pod gets 1 shot.
Yep.
Yay. Missed.
Okay.
And then the Avenger 2, 4, 6,
Testing
8,
again.
and
Hey,
12.
Chris, we can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear us?
2 misses.
Nope. doesn't
1,
sound
2,
like
3,
it.
4. Okay.
Well, I'm hearing a time delay through
those
Twitch, so this might be the best
Takes 2.
robot version of shoutcasting that I've ever done.
Gets 11.
That's okay.
Sounds good.
We'll definitely give you some time if we need to talk to you. How about that?
3s.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
1. Pass.
It's good. It's like a, what is it called? The tiger beetle?
All right.
You guys ever hear of the
Left.
tiger
That's
beetle?
it.
Yeah, disintegrators 11. I don't think he's in range.
Go ahead and explain it, man.
Oh, he's in
Is it
24.
Is it 24?
Yeah, let me double check his guns.
Yeah, 24 is out with him. 24 is out
No,
with
it's
him.
36 for these. Him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. He should be within 24. Yeah, he's within 24 of the front one.
From what I understand, the tiger beetle moves more quickly than his brain can process,
He's
so
got
every 3
multi-blaster,
seconds it
it's
has
heavy
to
3.
stop and wait for its
So
brain to
minus
catch
1
up
hit.
with how fast it moves.
So he's hitting on.
That's pretty funny. That's like my life right here. So,
Reroll ones.
if you guys are just joining us, this
So 2
is
hits. Yep.
round 3 here at
Strength 6,
SiegeWorld in
toughness
St. Louis,
7,
Illinois.
so 5s.
We're
nothing.
featuring an interesting Sisters list
right, first-
and versus an Imperium list and some Knights and Admech. So pretty excited. I got Cody here with me. Cody, what do you see so far that's very interesting about the game?
He'll shoot.
Well, first of all, you see
Everything at that line that's
Arcoflagellants,
got, what is it,
which
10 left?
I'm excited to see what they do, especially
Yeah,
up
he'll shoot
against the
everything
Knight. They 4+ invulnerable save bubble of all of the tanks. There's pretty spicy.
9. So here's heavy.
It looks like he's weathered a pretty good amount of shooting from all the Knights. The Admech tanks are about to open up,
all
so
hit.
we'll see if he maybe gets that first strike.
Awesome.
5s.
He shot with all the
1,
Knights
2, 3, 4,
already,
5,
correct?
6.
Yes.
No AP.
No AP on those there.
Take 1.
Okay. The missile launcher gets a D6. So 5.
And that's in the same unit.
Yes, they're all, I'm shooting everything with that thing on that one.
Yeah.
Reroll 1s. And then 4s.
Yep. Strength 7.
Yeah, nothing there.
Nothing.
And then the cannon on top gets 3d3. So 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. And needing 5s.
5s. 2. -1.
Both go through. How much damage?
2 damage each.
I take 3. It's down to 6.
All right, I'll fire the next one over at it.
Sounds good.
Reroll 1s. Nothing that time.
Okay.
Missiles get 2. 1 hit. Wounded -2.
Goes through, 2 damage.
D3.
Oh, D3. 1.
So 1 damage.
Goes through. It's down to 5.
Okay, energy cannon.
6
3,
again.
4, 5, 6, yeah. 6. And then 5s. 3.
1 goes through.
2 damage.
Takes 1.
Takes 1. All right, last one will fire the one with 1 wound left.
Okay.
I gotta say, I'm very interested in seeing how these
One
new
with the starters,
Scorpius
yep.
tanks work.
Pass.
Missile launcher gets 6
From
shots.
previous streams, we've seen them do lots and lots of damage, so I expect them
The missile launcher -2.
to do lots of damage to infantry, but I'm not 100%
2,
sure about the
2.
Rhino chassis
Pass both.
of the Sisters of Battle.
3, 4, 5, 6 again.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's average, so. Reroll the 1. One.
I'll CP that. 2 damage.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Does she blow?
These Scorpius tanks have a no line of sight shooting capability. Is that right?
Yeah,
That is
yeah, yeah.
correct.
I don't lose any.
Cody, can you elaborate on
That was a
that?
horrible first round
The
of shooting.
ion turret that they come with is pretty awesome. It does do 3D3 shots.
Okay,
indirect fire.
so yeah, it is kind of a weird way to block the usefulness of that, of just having something that is designed to kill infantry, something that kind of gets around what people would consider the normal magic box hiding play style. And
Is it on me?
now you have to deal with rhinos. I mean, and who has to deal with rhinos? I can't remember the last time I saw one on the table.
Everybody within 6. First, Steve,
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, Chris. You know, I don't know about dealing with rhinos. Maybe occasional Razorback spam early on, but not so much anymore, right, Cody?
True. You may see some more drop pods in the future, but probably not rhinos.
4 or 3 or 4. That's what I said. 4. Yeah, it's a 4.
Now, I feel like with the knights on the table, he has plenty of tools to deal with this Sisters army right here. Because if he can crack those tanks open, he's going to have an easier time dealing with the line, the infantry that are hiding inside. I'm very interested in seeing how this game plays out.
It is, but when it still moves 10, it moves 12, 10, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
3 wounds?
It's
Yeah,
exciting to see kind of what his
it's like
tactics
4
are going to
wounds.
be. He's got some secondaries here of obviously Titan Slayers, Recon, and behind enemy lines. So it seems to me like he's going to try to spend most of his game in his opponent's zone.
Are they considered open topped?
Yeah, 5 models can shoot outside the top.
And you said it was 8 inches at 4 wounds. It's got 4 wounds.
It's 1 to 3 is its last
Okay,
bracket.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. This one's at full, so it goes 12. Will be in range there. Bobby. This chick will advance, the cannoness, so she goes 10 inches.
What'd she give?
She gives the 5 up field invulnerable save. This one will advance +1 because of Bobby, so it moves 15. Okay. Could be fine.
And Bobby's rerolls don't work on anything in the tanks, right?
Nothing in the tank, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Celestine will advance. I don't even know why I'm rolling because I know I'm gonna at least go far enough here.
Is she on it or in it?
She's in it. On bottom floor. This guy will advance. So he goes 15 as well. This one's gonna advance. It goes 15 as well because of Bobby. Hey, this one's gonna advance.
So Jason, who have you got your money on here?
What would I roll? 50. Everything's moving 15.
Well, to be honest, I kind of am rooting for the Sisters player because I have never seen a Sisters list like this, and
I don't know about this one,
all
actually.
four of those girls.
This is gonna go like
Plus, I have
this.
2 daughters, and I need to
it's
start
gonna
another
go
army
yeah, it's
anyway.
gonna go like this. Okay.
I heard Sisters and Grey Knights go well together.
All right.
Yep, I agree.
Shooting phase. I'll spend a faith point here to give them, try to give them +1 to hit. God dang. It fails.
I think I read that in the
Still costs me a
regimental
faith point regardless.
standards
I'm gonna try
somewhere.
to give it. I'm gonna re-roll that with the CP. So it goes off. So they're now +1 to hit.
Okay, so hit on 2.
Twos. Yep. Twos re-rolling ones.
How do they reroll? Oh, because they're out
Bobby.
of the tank. Yeah.
And the cannoness. All right. And then smoke. This was in 12. They're within 12. This one will smoke. All right. We'll start with into here. 4 meltaguns into here.
Yep.
Or 5 meltaguns. Hitting on 2s with the reroll. Looking for 4 or 5. All 5 hit. And that is 1 wound. -4. Fails.
Fail.
Takes 5.
It's fine.
All right. 5 meltas from this
Man.
one into here.
I mean, if he was playing against me, all those 4s would have connected. But generally speaking,
One.
Sorry.
There was a
you don't
two.
want to
There was a
bank
two.
a
5
strategy
meltas from
on
here into that.
having to
you're
get
at 12
all of your
minus.
4s to go through.
All hit.
Yeah, it's still a dice game, you know, and
that'd be
50-50 is.
4 minus
Ooh,
fours.
I don't know about that.
6s?
They have a static 6 of invul save.
What?
They have a static invul save.
No. I've got a 3+, and I took the cover canonical. So they have a 2+.
Oh, okay.
So that puts them at a 6+.
Sure, yeah.
So with 5 shots, especially at a night, considering the potential for ion shields and things like that, you need a lot more than 5 shots if you're hoping to threaten or even take it down a hit category.
Yeah, he started out pretty good. He did hit all 5 times. He only wounded once. It did go through and do 5 damage, so we definitely scuffed the pain on that one.
Tough.
7.
It'll be 1, 2, -1s.
All right, we have some secondary objectives.
Okay,
Cody,
and
do you
then-
mind going through them? And
Start
then
shot. Bobby will shoot into him.
when
I'm outside
Cody
12,
is
my
done,
-1 to hit.
Chris, do you mind elaborating
Yeah.
on each objective
1
and
wound
what
so
you think
far.
are good
1
points?
wounds, -1.
Saved.
Okay.
So, Scott has Titan Slayers. That's a good one, obviously.
All right,
There's 3 Titans on the table. Recon, definitely going to cover all 4 Crable quarters.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna go charges. They're gonna charge.
Behind
this
enemy
one.
well,
lines
could you
would be
repeat the
good.
question just a little bit louder? I'm getting a lot of the player chat, but I'm missing some of what you're.
So 9 inches because of Bobby.
Yeah, Chris. If you don't mind, can you, after Cody is explaining all the objectives, can you go into detail of why these are good choices for
11
their
inches
armies?
for Bobby.
Ryan did take Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter's good because there's so many tanks on the table. The Butcher's Bill's pretty good for all the rapid fire battle cannons and
Of course,
the
awesome.
cannons he's got.
So for Scott's sisters, I mean Titan Slayers, with 3 knights on the table, I mean if you can put out the damage to take them down, that's a really good way of getting those secondaries behind him in enemy lines. That's an interesting choice to me. He's definitely going for something that's really aggressive, but taking an objective like recon, where you need to have a unit in each corner of the game, and you're trying to push your units, you're trying to keep them alive on the enemy's side of the board. Those two objectives, to me, don't seem to jive super well with one another, unless you've got maybe something cheap that you can keep in the backfield, like, I don't know, a servitor or something. It looks like he has to commit, he has to play super aggressive to get towards where his enemy is, and his enemy's all lumped up in one corner, so it could, trying to get recon could end up biting him in the butt, in my opinion.
Fuck, man. It's two.
Two?
Yeah, Nick one.
Two guys.
Two guys. Groovy, that's my turn. You got
So far as Ryan goes, I think Butcher's Bill is a really solid choice to make against an army like this, because you have the rhinos and then you have pretty small squads inside of them. You have a reasonable chance with all that night shooting to be able to take out 2 targets in one turn. Old school, of course, being able to take something out in the first turn of the game. I think that's he's gone very safe between Butcher's Bill and Big Game Hunter and Old School. I think that he has picked very achievable secondary objectives. So I think that Ryan maybe made the smarter choices, and Scott might find himself being torn between scoring one or two of his secondary.
Definitely interesting choices for sure. So this is the top of turn 2. We see the rhinos pushing up the board. Chris, what do you think the strategy is behind pushing these rhinos up the board?
This just got Stormbolt just for Overwatch, right?
Correct.
Well, getting the rhinos up there opens up opportunities for the units that are inside to deal their damage. Now, Sisters armies generally have a lot of either flamers or meltas, and flamers, you know, they'll take care of a bunch of the small infantry units that are around here that I can see. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of bodies in Ryan's Knight Nadmech army. So hopefully he's got enough Melta to kind of justify the fact that he is just throwing all of his units up there. Of course, having Gilliman for some reroll support will be helpful. At the same time, you know, he's not maximally effective because he's only triggering rerolls on ones instead of rerolling everything. Gilliman seems like a really interesting choice for this list. He wants the rerolls, he wants the long range, but Gilliman can't really go up and tank an entire army by himself. He's kind of a force multiplier. And the Sisters here, they've got the 3+ armor save, so they got a very low toughness. They have, you know, in a game that has plenty of
One save, -0.
Saved
AP,
it.
you can't bank on them passing those saves all the time.
Is that in the movement phase, right?
Yeah, 1 damage.
I can definitely agree with that. Cody, what are your thoughts so far?
One cool thing I did notice is that Scott uses Bobby G to help advance his.
All right, he'll shoot next.
Some +1, which is kind of cool. Definitely keeping him closer, getting him into the opponent's deployment zone and staying there. Yeah, the power armor is going to be a bit of a tough one, especially when he starts hitting Avenger Gatling cannons and battle cannons, and even the heavy flamers from each Avenger Gatling cannon. But with the Cannon S giving that 9-inch bubble of +1, and then Celestine's +1, they could all have 4+ invulnerable saves. So I know it's 50-50, but still pretty good odds.
She is barely touching it.
Okay.
So they'll 5 up. Everything else should have. This will have just regular 6 up.
Okay. We'll shoot the Avenger Gatling cannon here,
Sounds good.
and the Melta here,
Sounds good.
and then Stubbers at the squad.
Okay.
Let's just do Stubber at the squad first. Wounded, -0.
Saved it.
All right, Avenger Gatling cannon. Reroll 1s.
Groovy.
1 6, 2 6s.
Okay.
Now, give me a little bit of
6, 7,
perspective
Again,
here.
Ian's going where again?
I'm
Right here.
kind of
Right here. And then over
visually
here.
Okay.
aligning the different quadrants and things. I'm not seeing
Nothing,
that
damn it.
he got recon on his first turn.
Then the Melta gets 5 shots.
Yep.
Chris, that's what they wrote down. I will double check with that here in just a second. Thank you.
So 3.
2 go through.
I feel like that's a huge mistake.
So first one does 6.
Okay, next one. I feel no pains.
Yeah, and the next one does 4.
Okay, does she blow? No. And there is 9 dudes inside.
I mean, I'm just eyeballing it based on my angle here. I'm sure that the tape measures are more precise, of course. It's just looking at where the center of the board would be and where the models are placed.
On that side.
Unless there's something hidden that I can't see, I have a hard time seeing recon being scored.
It all depends if Celestine is actually in that bottom quadrant, which I don't think she is.
And there won't be one more guy, which is right here.
All right.
So we got a rhino down. We got some models that have come out. That placement is interesting.
We'll shoot here next.
Okay,
We're gonna do the heavy flamer, stubbers, and rocket pod at this one,
sounds good.
and then the everything else at this.
Sounds good.
So on the opposite
So we'll
side
start
of
there.
that big building in the center,
heavy
there is
stubbers.
another immolator over there that's covering that part, and then Celestine was
already
in
secured his
the
old school
back
point.
right corner.
Now he's got to kill
to
2
get
more things.
recon.
Once he gets Butcher's Bill, I think he's well on track.
1 CP Knight of the Cog.
Okay. Okay, yeah. The 1?
1 heavy stubber.
Yeah, goes through.
2 damage.
Okay, I will trust the
Next one.
in-person judgment on
All right,
that.
heavy flamer gets.
Sorry,
1
I know we're
shot.
kind of tripping over each other a little bit
Then
with this
wound.
time delay, but
Rocket pod gets 6 shots.
That's good looking out. We appreciate it.
Reroll 1s. 5s. So 3 minus 1s.
So 1 goes through. How much
3
damage?
damage.
3 damage?
Yep.
Cocked on that one. Does she blow? No. And then 1 dude dies.
They're inside with me.
Yeah.
yeah. So we have 1 rhino down,
It doesn't really matter.
2 rhinos down. We've got a couple units that are out there. So depending on if those Scorpius units are able to kill
Might be rough.
the infantry models
The
that have
Avenger
gotten
Gallant
out,
Cannon on the other one?
he has a
Sounds
very
good.
good chance of scoring Big Game Hunter, Butcher's Bill, and his old school point this turn. I think that the
Looking for 5s here.
Admech player is looking at a very strong turn 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Minus 2s.
Not obscured, so that's fucking 12 damage.
Yeah.
Does blow up. I'll keep it on this unit for 2. On this unit for 2. On this guy, 2 or 1 on him.
I need to double check his wounds.
He's probably got 4.
I think he's got 4.
On this back unit for 2.
Is it 12 inches or 6?
It's 6 inches, but I'm past. I'm not on the wall. I'm just past it because there's a lip there.
Sure.
On my own unit, I take 2.
He's got 4, so he's got
Yeah,
3 left.
and
They
then
took,
on
these
this
guys took
unit-
2, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was 2 to everybody.
1 to him.
Yeah, and then 1 here, 2 here. I lost 3 total.
All right. but it's
Oh, yeah, sorry. How many dudes die coming out of it? My bad, man. Sorry
Are you
about that. I lose one. But these guys will be inside.
yep.
Oof. I say oof.
Oh, that's your wound die.
Yep. Yeah. All right, so this one's bracketed. So we're going to do heavy stubbers and rockets here.
This one fell back.
Oh, yeah, never mind, sorry. Heavy stubbers and rockets here
Okay.
on the next one over, and energy cannon on these two.
Okay.
All right, heavy stubber over at the one. That's -1 because it pops smoke, right?
Yes.
All right, so hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Yep. So this one rerolled ones, this one rerolled ones, and this one rerolled ones?
No, only this one and that one rerolled 1s.
Okay.
This one hasn't shot yet.
Okay, yeah. You reroll. I'm sorry. You're shooting over there.
Yeah, and these
you're
reroll
good.
1s
Yeah,
because of the
'cause
dominance.
yeah.
And the trait this turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. 4?
4 heavy stubbers on the tank, yep.
Takes a wound.
All right, missile launcher gets 2 shots, 1 hit, and it
Strength
wounded.
7?
Yeah, strength 7, -2.
Pass.
All right, and then the energy cannon on the squad of 2. Reroll 1s. Oh wait, that was number of shots. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Sorry. Toughness 3, right?
Yep.
So 3 -1s.
Okay, so all safe.
Yep. All right, next one. We'll do the exact same thing.
Sounds good.
The three. We'll do the energy cannons on the 2 first.
Sounds good.
9. That should get it done this time.
Let's hope.
One, 2, 3, 4.
What's the AP?
-1.
-1. So they're 2 damage apiece.
Yeah.
One's alive.
All right.
I'll cheek the back one.
Missile launcher at the Rhino, or whatever that is.
Immolator. 1 hit or 2 hits.
2 hits.
Looking for 5s. Nothing.
Nothing wounds. The heavy stubbers over there.
Yeah.
Reroll the 1.
Jeez, man.
Already, this is starting to look rough for the sisters.
So 1, 2, 3.
No
I've seen
AP?
better looking games, that's for sure.
It's almost like that Alpha Strike kind of took the wind out of the sisters player, the sails, and so we'll see what happens. You know, he was Scott was a favorite to win, to be honest, but you never know.
Heavy stubbers and rocket pod at her.
You could always say in Gilliam we trust.
from
So.
Him.
Okay, yeah.
Avenger Gatling cannon here at the
Sounds
squad,
good.
and then
Sounds
battle cannon over there.
good. Sounds good.
We'll do the little lone chick by herself here first.
Okay.
Heavy stubbers. Jesus Christ. There we go. Wounded -0.
On the one lone bitch. She's good.
So if you're gonna go all in like that, you've got to have a way to engage somehow, and you can't lock in knights. You can't lock in the Scorpiuses because they've got fly, so they can still get away and shoot. It's this. What it looks like is
The lone chick.
Ryan's army
So 3
is
up.
basically built to take away whatever
And,
advantages that you would get from locking in vehicles, and it's something that's always going to get a chance to fire. So you have to deliver a killing blow on these models in order to fully take away their effectiveness. And this Sisters army just is not built for that. I feel like this army would have been much better played if it had played a little bit more
1, 2, 3,
defensively.
4, 5.
Maybe made itself a little bit harder to hit, because right now it just looks like he ran forward to die.
So kill 3.
It's not called Rhino Rush for nothing.
And then the battle cannon at the immolator.
Slight bit of good news. The Scorpius tank only has the hover, so it just doesn't get the penalty for moving.
You're
and shooting
scratching
its
my third
weapons.
edition itch right there.
Out of my dice shit out on me.
I don't think they are, bud.
I don't think so. 1 minus 2.
Goes through.
3.
Takes 2.
I'm in here. I'm just gonna roll everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10.
I'm trying to put myself in Scott's shoes here and thinking about, okay, I've got this matchup. I'm faced with an enemy that's got superior, overwhelming firepower. They've got some shots that can shoot outside of line of sight. So what are the things that I need to do to score as many points as possible?
So
Looking at his army list, it does not, to me, have the firepower to pick a secondary like Titan Slayer.
and then 5.
This feels more like something where you're trying to either pull them out, play a little bit of a Benny Hill game, chasing them around, and still having enough models through your MSU to score at the end of the game, or you're playing aggressive with your characters, trying to bait them into going after some targets over another,
Minus 0.
or at least eliminating their ability to score. I don't really see as pushing forward as his best option. What do you guys think? You think he could reasonably play KG in a round like this?
The Ninja Zero Assaulter.
I think he probably could with the 4+ invulnerable save that his whole army took, and Ryan did not get first blood, so that was kind of tough. He could have probably pulled back and played a little bit cagier and waited to kind of like maybe try to piecemeal out a knight all at once, but I'm thinking as of right now he's probably going to try to fling some of his characters up and maybe try to drop one. Maybe Gilliman or Celestine with those Arco-Flagellants. Maybe that'll probably get him his Titan Slayer, but I do agree. It's going to be a real uphill battle.
Strength 5, toughness 3. Wounded.
So I think it's a combination of Scott being very confident about piloting this list. You know, I talked about this yesterday or earlier today, where I said
I need a first.
it all depends. It's not so much the list. It all depends on the pilot of the list. So Scott has told me that he has won 3 different battles against a hard Eldar flyer list, and and numerous other practice games. He felt very confident. So I really believe that he just has the confidence, maybe a little too confident to push forward and believe that he can make all of those 4 pinfall saves initially. So it'll be interesting to see, what he can do. He does have Gilliman, he does have Celestine, and those are characters that are super annoying because you can get back up with them. So it's almost like that old Chumbawamba song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You never gonna keep me down. So if you guys are in chat, let's just sing away, right?
No, it's just the bottom of or it's the start of the bottom of turn 2. Yeah, you're good, man. How many wounds he got left? He's taking just 5, right?
Yeah, he's got 19.
Well, here we go. The charge of the Light Brigade.
All right, we see some.
What?
See some sisters moving forward.
What do you want?
Chris, do you think that's a good call or not?
So he's gonna go.
I think it's go big or go home at this point. I think at this point he's just trying to engage and do something aside from just sitting there and getting shot.
I don't know what else to do here.
Right, I agree. That's like the best. That's what he's gonna have to do now. I mean, he's down on points. Cody, you got the new score. What is the new score?
Looks like a 9-inch charge.
At the middle or the top of turn 2, it is now 10-3. Ryan's got 10, so this is still Scott's second turn. So maybe he can really bank him up this turn.
I'll be 12 inches away, +1.
And he's gonna have to get some real blessed dice rolls
That's a
if he
9.
wants to turn this around.
9.
I mean,
You're +1.
I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm too down on him. I mean, there are still definitely some threats. I mean, Gilliman can put out some damage. Celestine, of course, has great potential to do damage, but I mean, she's much better at taking out small groups of elite infantry and being kind of the counter MSU in a list like this than being someone who would engage with the Titan herself. So maybe she's going for some other goals, like, you know,
Like I said, I'll give you time.
killing some characters or something, trying to eliminate some of the buffs.
Either way, it's going to be over.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree. And Northwest Gamer says, yeah, this is not a close game. So it gets quiet. Actually, to be honest, we were fighting some audio issues. I think we just got them fixed, so we're good to go now. But yeah, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be close. Maybe if we see a knight go down this turn, I think we're going to have a game on our hands. But if he's not able to table a knight, I think it's going to be bad. And they did just hit the chess clock. I don't think the chess clock is going to really matter in this game. And Scott has definitely said multiple times that he will give his opponent extra time if there's any chess clock issues. So what a great guy, swell dude. Unfortunately getting his butt beat by some knights. Cody, are there any reserves for the Sisters player? I don't believe so. Is that correct?
Yes, both armies started on the table, and one of them slowly getting picked up.
Yep, those are just sisters?
Yeah, with storm vultures.
Yeah.
So the closest will be.
Now those Scorpiuses don't look like they're finished yet, but I think overall there's a pretty good hobby showing here. We got a nice looking table. We got some really well painted models in here from my angle. Makes for a visually entertaining game, if nothing else. And I kind of like that, even though he just got really hit hard, Scott is still committed to at least engaging and kind of bringing the pain a little bit to his opponent.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can definitely hear him talking in the stream here that he's down but not out. That's for sure.
Hey, Chris, do you think it was smart to play that aggressively first turn?
If I disembark these guys here.
That's fine.
Well, I think that considering the secondaries that he chose, that was what he had to do. However, I don't feel like overall that was the best strategy. I think that playing aggressive that first turn just really created a lot of open targets.
Yeah, they need to make sure they're...
Yeah, I can definitely agree. Cody, do you think the same way too?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's really tough to make that decision for trying to like go all out or kind of playing back, but he made that decision and he's sticking with it.
I mean, you have to now. It's 40K.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like 40K is almost like, you know, a life decision, right? I mean, if you stick with a life decision, you just got to play it out, regardless of how bad the next 2 hours you get your butt handed to you.
Now, do you guys feel that you actually play 40K like you kind of live your life? Like at home, if you make decisions, are they just kind of like all or nothing? Or do you really just kind of methodically listen to it or figure it out?
Chris is a methodical player.
So I've heard.
Well, or a method player, whatever that means.
Well, Sterling, this is the night list that you want to run. Well, here it is. It is really good, apparently, especially if it goes first. Now, I do think it would have been a different game, maybe a little bit, if Scott got to go second. But do you think having those rhinos, obviously scout move, and then move and shoot would have a huge impact on the knights? Or do you not think it would have killed the knight? Because that was really the point, I feel like, of the list. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, okay. I can spend CP to do it, but I'm not gonna.
Well, killing a knight, getting that first kill it's a big deal because that's a huge chunk of your opponent's army, and the knights ultimately are the biggest threat to the rhinos. Now, with enough time, I think those Scorpiuses could probably whittle them down, but not quite as fast as a knight could. And the Scorpiuses are the things that are threatening the infantry, but if you can keep them safe inside of those rhinos, then you have a pretty decent chance of landing some end of game objective holding or holding more, things like that. So if he honestly believed that he could take one knight down or one knight and injure another enough to make it worth it, then it might have paid off, because the scoring potential of this knight / admech list is not super high. There's not a lot of models there to hold objectives or contest objectives. I think that it was a go big or go home strategy, and I think he's getting sent home a little bit.
Yeah, he is. So these are the Arcoflagellants. I have never seen them on the tabletop before.
From what I remember, they have a lot of attacks and they're really good at killing screens. I don't know how they're going to fare against the knight, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, and I think there's about 10, maybe 7 to 10 are going to go target this knight right here.
But not before that emulator soaks up all that lovely Overwatch.
What's the minus?
Oh, that's a smart move. How many wounds does that emulator have?
5.
I don't think it's taken any, but let me go check.
Okay.
3 go through. How much damage?
Just 1 damage apiece.
Okay, so he takes 3.
Okay.
It's 100% healthy
he's got,
emulator. I think he's got it in the cards.
Awesome.
5 to start, so he's got 2 left.
Okay, sounds good. Then I'll do Flamer and Flamer here into this guy. So just 46 Flamer shots.
Yeah, those
1,
flagellants,
2, 3,
they're
4,
pretty much a
it's not-
glass cannon. So if they don't connect here, they're going to go down pretty hard.
We'll shoot the melt-a-gun into him.
Yep.
If only they could be like Wolfen
Good catch.
and just explode. Or not explode, but attack again. Maybe they'll add that rule.
Wounds, Neg 4.
I don't know if I need more of that in my life.
That's what I was thinking.
Sucks.
So Scott is
Flamer's
not very
shot.
happy right
Bobby
now.
will shoot into him.
Yep.
All hit. Six wounds. Neg 1.
Yeah.
2 damage apiece.
Saved 1, 2, 3, so 6.
What's it left?
He's got 10.
He's got 10 left. All right. We'll go charges next. Celestine will charge everybody in there.
Okay, last pistol from the Ingeseer hit.
Let me make.
Go ahead. What?
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
What were you
that's
gonna
good. No,
shoot
I'm
them?
not gonna shoot them because it's just pointless.
Yeah. I won neg 0 at Celestine.
Good.
All right, and then I got 2, 4, 10 shots. There's your 1 back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I mean, here's one thing to think about.
1.
If everything else
Wounded?
can't survive,
Saved it.
as long as he's good at making
Distance.
4-up or 3-up
Plus one
invulnerable
body
saves,
is
he
enough.
could see this
9.
game out.
I really think that's what he was kind of banking on, and I know that he was going to run Celestine and Gilliman up and hopefully get them back up on their 4+/2+, and then let them continue to wreak havoc, but it's a very well possibility that he could just tank a bunch of 3-up invulnerable saves and run house on somebody.
Nothing?
I mean,
I've seen it happen, but never to me.
Yeah, 40K is a dice game, right? And so, on that one time you need to have that 4-up to get back up. I mean, I played 6th edition Necrons, and sometimes my Overlord didn't get back up, and that really sucked.
Gatling?
And that's what's left, right?
The Gatling and the battle cannon.
Okay.
But it is true. It is a dice game. We did watch Aberrance earlier fail like a 5-inch charge, so...
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, not funny for for Daniel. But he did. It was a really close game, and we'll have those games on Twitch, so it'll be really good.
Where would you find those games, Jason?
So we're obviously on Twitch right now, but we're gonna export them to YouTube probably here in the next couple days or so, and have them all out. So
and charge my Castellan, and I killed Magnus on the charge with Overwatch, and the guy was salty.
As he should be.
Yes.
1.
Wounded, -2.
Saved it.
1 damage.
I saved it.
Oh.
Yep.
A salty Magnus?
Narcos will go in. They make it. +1 from Bobby's is 6.
I was trying to think what restaurant a salty Magnus would come from, but
A restaurant I want to start.
Big boy.
you know what?
Taking that one right now. Trademark.
Trademark.
You heard it here
trademark
first,
FTN
folks.
right there.
They'll charge everybody within there.
Create your own little battle bunker in Utah. That's right. That's where you're from, Utah.
That's right. That's right. I would love to get something like that going here. We got some really good stores around, but something that you could host games at and serve food in.
Mass Gamer's Paradise right there. So you guys watching, I just want to give you a heads up. This is the bottom of turn 2 here at SiegeWorld in St. Louis. We're super excited to be streaming this game. Scott is playing a really unique Sisters list, and Ryan is playing AdMech with the new Scorpiuses and 2 Knights. So I really feel like the Knights are pulling their weight right now and actually just propelling Ryan to victory. What do you guys think about that? Cody.
We can absolutely call it It's your hall.
Chris, sorry, I caught Cody off guard. He was actually paying attention to the game. He's got a judge call. Hold on, let's listen in.
This guy's gonna move here. If I pile in and I move, and I slide back here, I'm never actually touching him, right?
But his hall is actually over my base there.
I mean, but I'm still not touching. You can look from my angle right here. I'm not touching.
But it's measured to your hall.
That's
those are
fine.
parts.
I'm not touching you, so I can still pile in.
Because it's up high. That'd be saying like you can charge over something with wing.
Yeah, so my consolidate can go like this because I'm never touching you.
That's a good question.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that in this instance, it would be do they touch?
I would agree with that too.
This isn't like an Eldar flyer or a skimmer.
Because part
Right.
of the hall sticks out. Like
I think I have to physically base you. To physically base you, I would be like this.
That's
physically.
I mean, somebody went to Japanese driving school if they're pulling that maneuver off. But hey, that's 40K.
Yeah.
oh, I thought it was off.
That's okay. So, would you rule?
Correct.
all right.
Okay. And
So
that's
the
all my
ruling
charges, brother.
was
I'm gonna spend,
Cody made the ruling.
I'll activate these
and
guys first.
Forgot.
I'll
He's
spend 2
a new
CP.
guy to stream, so that's okay. And forgot to turn on his mic, making the ruling. But for everybody in Streamland, can you go and explain what you did?
Do you have an app?
So what happened is that you had the Dominus there who was a little bit outside. The Rhino could physically move through to touch the Scorpius during his pile-in move, and the issue was that the little exhaust vents that come out the side could pestilently closely passed over the base, and so they were concerned about it being that he couldn't physically touch that model.
Because of Zealot.
Yeah, I would not count the exhaust vents as actually part of the hull at all.
That's kind of why I ruled it that way.
Yep. Wow. I mean, that's fair. I mean, as a player, you want every unique advantage, and that would be a unique advantage, and it's fair to ask. And you know, as a judge, it's our job to either accept the argument or not. And you know, it turns out that we wouldn't.
Sometimes too that you could look at that 2-point stratagem to interrupt someone's combat can be worth its weight in gold at times, because he could have theoretically piled in with that Dominus and then totally stopped him from moving that tank altogether.
Yeah, use lower dice.
Yep. I totally agree.
That allows me to reroll.
It looks like he's doing the attacks in the with the arcoflagellants.
You went on 6s, right?
I went on 5s, the strength 5.
Okay.
So that's I said 11 the first, so 20
Yep.
total wounds. Snake 1.
So Sarah, like there is some good stuff to
looking
buy.
for fours.
War
I
Room
should
Hobbies is
automatically
a premier sponsor here of the Iron Halo stream, and so they're actually gonna, it's really cool. They're going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate for one of our lucky watchers here on the stream. And so if you stick around, you gotta potentially win a $50 gift certificate. They sell GW products, other hobby products as well, and they are an amazing store, brand new store in Cordova, Tennessee. So right now, the TO Michael Horner, who's also the owner of War Room Hobbies, it does have some GW stock on site and on sale for possibly more than what you could get at other stores. So come on down and check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to email Michael at info@warroomhobbies.com, and he can get you some good prices and good deals on hobby products.
The tank takes 5.
One cool thing about too is they have a lot of those really new apocalypse formations, including that one with the Castellan. I know he's technically dead in the competitive world, but that's still a good deal.
It is a good deal, but I hate knights.
Oh,
Well, actually, I really do. I would never
start
want to
with
ever
this
play a knight
dude.
in my life.
Pile in here.
but you're a Grey
That's
Knight.
both of those.
Get out of here.
I'll do my 3 attacks again.
Get outta here. Chris, I need your help on this one.
Don't need to go that far.
So you're not going to have him tag then?
I'm still within 1 inch. Yep. Okay. So 3 attacks hitting on 6s. Reroll that 1. 1 hit on the dominance, of course. 1 wound, no AP.
2+. Saved?
Good. And then we'll go Celestine. Does she fight twice? It does not. I don't want to waste my last CP for that. All right, so we'll do 2, 2.
So command points wise, Sisters only have 1 left.
in here.
The Admech Knights, they have 8.
We'll
They're still
do-
looking pretty good.
We'll do 4, 2, 2. So this guy hits. He's dead. -3.
Yep.
2 damage. The other lone dude, reroll 1s because of Bobby. Hits. Cocked on that. Kills that next dude. And then the 4 on the engine sear all hit. 1 on 2s. 3 wounds, neg 3. I don't believe he has an invul.
Yeah, he's a 5+.
Okay.
Save
He's
1.
dead.
Yep.
2 damage apiece. Yep.
And it looks like that knight went bye-bye.
Um.
Does that look about right, Cody?
Yes, it did. I want to say he used a stratagem to blow it up. I don't think it went off, though.
Social pile in to be within 1 inch here.
Okay.
And then you can swing back, man.
Hey, thanks, Sarah.
So you're within 1 inch of them,
Sarah,
so
we
those
actually like to mic our players. We are doing manual volume transitions between the 2 channels, and so sometimes we catch it, sometimes not. We try to do a really good job, but occasionally we miss. But I appreciate it, and we just try to do something different.
Many servitors lost their lives to give us this coverage today.
He gets 3 attacks hitting on 3s.
That's right.
The dominance.
Yep. Real ones.
Is it for anything?
Or it might be just in the shooting phase.
Yep.
Yep. And then you got your 6 attacks from those dudes.
Yep, hitting on 6s. 2.
Yep.
Strength 6. 1 wound. Take that.
Feeling pain. Oh, that train wasn't there. And then that's everything. Like I said, man, it's all over to you. I got hold one, kill one bonus. I hold more, and then I killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You killed 1, 2, 3.
I killed 1, 2, because I killed the one with the Arco
You
flag.
killed 1, 2, 3. The Arcos are 2 ones apiece.
No, I mean I killed the thing that was that they were in.
Okay, yeah. So the 3 transports.
Yep.
And then 1, and you killed these in your turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you killed more.
Yeah.
So I scored 4 to your 3 that time.
And you got 3
Whoa,
Titans.
Melfra,
And do you have
thanks
recon
for
now?
following our channel. We
I
appreciate
saw
it, bud.
Yeah, you can take it, absolutely. I am parched. Hey, swing back here.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't already.
4 tags.
Now, is there
Nothing.
Okay.
there's something going on at the top of the table? It's cut off just a little bit. Can we get maybe a little bit angle?
Yes, we can.
He'll
Give
fall
me a
back.
second to
Sounds
zoom
good.
on in.
He'll fall back.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
I feel like I'm docking the spaceship, the space shuttle, when I have to zoom in these cameras.
Yeah, it reminds me of a very old video game. The Advent Rising. You had like the first level, you had to dock a shuttlecraft. I crashed like 50 times.
So it looks like Celestine and some sisters are out tagging the Scorpiuses.
It's too bad, man, because Celestine would have killed that unit if I got my faith point off. Because she would
Yeah.
have struck again.
I mean, like.
Thank you, Northwest Gamer.
This fucked me this game.
Appreciate that.
That's gonna let you win the game.
Maybe.
I can't stop Bobby and Celestine. I mean, I can run to there.
I think a lot of people use the Scorpus tank for the shooting. I haven't seen anyone use it for the transport capacity yet, but they could. It is relatively cheap.
Was he facing like this, right?
You know, that was
face
one of
like
the
once.
favorite things I had about the new Repulsor Executioner before the the hammer came down on it, so to speak, is that you could fit some models in there, and the only reason really to do that from my perspective was to have your drop count go down. Getting that +1 could be a big deal.
Yeah, but these guys are closer.
That is a definite good way to look at it. I totally forgot about that.
But these are the only two
Sterling
things
Bobby
shooting this
is
turn, so you can't
directly
shoot
in the
out.
middle. I can't even talk. I'm really hungry, actually. He is in the middle right here. I'm in John Madden this. So, you know, X's and O's, right? So X and X. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. I like to have fun in my stream.
Actually, he's gonna fall back this way,
Sounds good.
just because I need to put something on there.
Sounds good.
All right, he'll shoot first. Oh, mechanicals this turn. I forgot to roll. Sorry.
Yeah, this is movement looks like going in for the kill here.
To hit.
To hit
Hit
the
and shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
so that
agree.
doesn't
So
affect
it looks
anybody?
like the
No, I
knight
can't put it on him or
actually
him.
survived the Arco
I mean,
Flatulence, just
he's
backed
back,
up,
but
and it just
no,
charged
no.
again. So
fell back.
goodbye, Flatulence. It was nice knowing you.
He'll shoot. Melta here. Heavy.
Any way of knowing exactly how much damage they did? Because I'm guessing not a lot.
1 hit.
Cody, how many wounds were on that knight that was attacked by the Arco
Stutter's
Flatulence?
going here,
You see any
right?
wound counters?
Okay, yeah.
He had 10 left when the Arcoflagellants went in. He did 20 wounds to
So
him.
far,
Oh my god. All right, for those watching, apparently Arco Flagellants are good. He did 20 wounds.
Gatling can on them.
sounds good.
They almost did as much as
1, 2,
1
3
Smash
wounds.
Captain.
All right, Chris, come on. I understand that you are a Blood Angels fan, but you don't need to gloat it all over us.
I think Blood Angels fan is insulting Chris, to be honest with you.
6, yeah.
I would say fanatic.
Okay. Melta at the tank here.
Listen, I appreciate the art of understatement as much as the next guy.
Well, I don't think this game is far from over at all. Cody, can we get a score update?
Yes, I just posted that. It is 12 to 11.
That cocked.
Right now, I do believe
4.
He's got 2 left.
All right. So Bobby gets up at the end of the phase on a 4+,
I rolled immediately, but he gets up on the end of the face.
and at the exact same place.
Ryan is actually at
yeah, I
11.
believe so.
Scott went
Unless
to
there's
12.
something next to him, then he's
That
gotta
big
be
Titan
anyway.
Slayer really brought it up.
Okay. I'll shoot
He also happened to nab the bonus last round.
We'll do Gatling.
Well, hey, if you're gonna play it, get as many points as you can. That's one of the things we're always talking about. Is just you feel like you're going down. You grab as many points as you can because you don't know how it's gonna end up being. I had a buddy who clocked out at a RTT the other weekend, but because he had front loaded enough of the points, his opponent wasn't able to catch up to him. He still ended up winning that game despite spending, I think it was at least a turn and a half, not being able to act.
All right, battle cannon.
That's incredible.
8 shots.
You're never truly out, I guess.
Reroll 1s.
Pretty good.
And then 3s to wound.
Yep. Pretty good. 6.
6, yeah.
1 goes through.
So takes 3. Heavy stubbers.
That's the thing.
5s.
You know, you can make a bunch of 3+
So 2.
saves, but every single one that gets through, it's the
missile
same
pod.
problem Grey Knights have been having for years now. Just even one getting through makes such a big difference.
And how
Real
much are
ones.
those sisters point wise? Are they pretty pricey?
Okay, 1 on 5.
5s.
Would you guys not know
One
off the
minus
top of
one.
your heads?
I don't think they
feel like
are. I
they're-
wanted to say they were 12 to 13 points a model.
8 inches, you should be. Yeah. It was less than 6 when I measured, so.
3 hits.
Okay.
So Sarlik is asking, do people use the Scorpius as a tank only, or do they
Who's
actually
charging
use it
first,
for
bud?
transport capacity? Well, and honestly, I've
He'll charge
really
both-
only
both
seen in
these.
competitive lists the tank and not so much the transport capacity.
my wound?
A lot of people
I don't need to roll for that one.
a couple months ago were using the drill with
Hill assault, Bobby.
was it
6 shots.
the
Rolling.
the melee assaulty dudes?
The Electro Priests? Are you talking about the Electro
Thank you.
Priests?
Thank you. Yeah.
Nothing.
Sisters are 9 points.
Sisters
One.
are 9 points.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be about 10 or 11. But
You know how much
9
grape? I'm sorry, Chris. I'm gonna rant right here. So we got sisters at 9 points. We got Grey Knights at 20 points a model.
Everybody bathroom break.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
He's got 2 left.
I can't believe this. I just can't believe
Can't
this.
interrupt, so just decide where you want to. This combat's easy, so you can just wait for Bobby. Or actually, Bobby's the easiest.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide if I want to pop the Crast
Oh yeah, yeah.
explosions. I'm not going to against Bobby. I'll go first there. 2, 4, 6.
Now, this is probably the
So hitting
biggest
on
beef
threes,
that I
rolling all
have with
misses?
Imperial Knights right here, is that it is more efficient to load it out with all the guns and to go into combat just with your feet
And then
than to
threes.
have a melee weapon with them. Like, something has got to be done about those feet.
2,
River dancing was
4,
never this
6,
popular.
7.
I could not agree more. I always felt like the Knights getting all the extra attacks for the feet. Why don't you just change that rule
he's
to
dead.
looking for like their feet give them extra attacks but lower their attacks characteristic, or maybe the Reaper Chainsword gives them like 3 more
How many
attacks.
wounds will he have when he
And
gets up?
I don't know. I agree. I couldn't. ugh.
TP that.
Like some kind of sweep attack with a blade, right? I
Ooh,
mean,
yeah.
stomping was
Don't wanna die
bad
for people
enough
with the heavy
back in
stubber on
7th
charge,
edition, where it's just
right?
like, all right, and you pick up your models.
Last phase.
But
Anyone who
having
has
the
ever been-
ability to just throw down so many attacks, it's always better to use your feet than it is to use your weapons.
I
And
will
that,
put 2 on
that
him,
never made sense to
and
me.
then 10 on the
Sounds good.
squad.
Well,
Reroll.
you'll put 2 attacks on him,
Yeah.
so that'll be.
For anyone who's ever had one of their models
I get 12
stomped out,
attacks.
Yeah, so
I'll
you-
pour
so
out
put
some
one attack
drink
with
for you
Sherry's
because
three.
yeah, that was always a rough time.
Attacks against him.
And then reroll this one.
So you're just gonna put one
I couldn't
set of
tell you
attacks
how
on him.
many times at the worst possible time.
2.
That Eldar Wraith Knight back in 7th edition rolled that 6.
Come on, Scotty. Goes through. Don't roll a 1.
That's a 1.
Cool. You got 1 left.
Do I want to CP that? Yeah, I'll CP it.
Okay.
There you go, he's dead.
He's dead.
And then 3, 6, 9.
Twos.
2, 4, 6, 7.
So roll your damages. Because they have feel no pain.
Yep. All right. There's 3 1s.
1. Dead guy. 1. Dead guy. Or not dead guy. So that's a dead guy. Those 3 are finished. So that's 2 dead guys so far. Dude. And dude.
And then 2 wounds.
The 2s. One more. 2. 1 guy's alive. So the 3.
They have 2 wounds each?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. So that's another dude. So dude.
And then
the
2, 3. Yeah.
I already. So I've got 1 3 left.
Yeah.
So I got that dude with a wound left.
All right.
Okay. And we did this too fast, but you weren't within 3. Yeah, you weren't within 3.
Oh, I forgot one thing. I do his heal. It's automatic.
I'd rather
The
not.
flagellant's taking some damage.
So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes. How many attacks? So that's there. He charged me. I'm hitting on 3s with a full reroll because of Zealot. All hit. Wounded on 5s. 1, 2, 3. Minus
Now, this
1.
is where I feel
3
like
damage, baby, right here.
Ryan might be
3
making
damage.
a little bit of a target priority mistake.
Or 1. I'll take it.
Maybe not. But where he knows that behind enemy lines is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
He's not seemingly putting a lot of attention on those models that would be scoring that secondary objective. Now he's going to be scoring quite a few points at the end of this round, but I wouldn't say he has a comfortable enough lead to let his opponent keep scoring points.
All right. So you.
Yeah, he's actually just behind by 1, so that's definitely going to hurt.
Or hold 1, kill 1. All right, my go. Bobby's got 2 left.
1.
2 left. I
2, yeah.
reroll that. Yeah. This will go like this.
You know, the worst thing about shoutcasting games, you know what that is, guys?
What's that?
You're not actually rolling dice.
So you shouldn't be able to
That's
move through
true.
there.
We talked about this in the last game too. Whenever you watch 40K,
Bobby
it really
will
makes
go
you want to
his
jump
8.
in there and just start playing. I'm almost tempted to just push one of them out of the way and say I'll take over.
That one over there will advance.
TO's
So
privilege.
that's it's at his bottom, so it moves 10 inches because of Bobby.
Well, you know, what are you guys working on to get playing?
Oh, and I get a behind this turn.
This season I haven't really done a whole lot. Next season I really want to jump in to play some AdMech. I think playing just mono AdMech would be really fun, and I think they can be pretty competitive too. I want to try to bring some different stuff.
Too, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. I have
Let's see
a
here.
very curious idea for AdMech lists. It's and I like to play pure armies, and I think that particularly with the stuff that's dropped with the new Space Marine book that came out today, that there are certain things that are going forward going to be benefits that only pure faction armies can take. So I think approaching it from a pure faction perspective has a bit more merit now than perhaps it did a few months ago.
Touch.
Oh yeah.
Not a way to touch.
Jason, what are you going to be
He was
working
right
on
here,
this
right?
next year?
He was here.
Well, this year I've been playing a lot of orcs, and Relic Shock Attack Gun has been my friend. Love that thing.
I guarantee you get this one.
But I'm probably gonna start a Grey Knight army. I've been working on a couple list ideas, and I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Hey man, between the two of us, we cover like the lowest echelons of what's competitive right now. So more power to you.
Exactly. So it looks like he is deploying some units. Scott is on the board, moving some stuff around.
Actually, no. This guy will go like this. Making so this one's closer.
Yeah.
And Strelick, I gotta say, I hear that every time something new for Grey Knights comes out, and I hope that it's true every time.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I mean, if I can't go back and
Yeah, Cody and I were working on a Grey Knights Paladin list, and with the new Assault Doctrine, they get up to 5 attacks.
Angels of Death.
Excuse me, Angels of Death. Excuse me. 5 attacks, and then with the banner bro, you get a +1. So can you imagine Paladins with Falchions and Hammerhand hitting 6 attacks apiece, strength 5, -2 AP, D3 damage? And that's pretty sick.
Yeah, just gotta make sure you set them up where you want them.
Let's just do it.
Exactly, that's true.
This guy.
Okay.
So those guys in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are on who do you think is going to win. Do you think
That'll
it's going to
be
be
4 wounds, neg 1.
the Sisters of Battle, or do you think it's going to be the Knights?
And let us know what you're planning on for your next hobby project, competitive or not.
We'll just do Flamer into this guy.
For myself, I've got a big Primaris project on my desk right now. Hoping to update some of my stuff.
4.
Is it Blood Angels?
-1.
Yep.
I'm offended you had to ask.
You are the chief librarian, so.
That's true. That's true. No, it is. It's stuff I've been accumulating over a period of time. You know, I put a lot of effort into my 30K stuff this year. You know, big assault squads, and I had a really good run with them at Adepticon. Went undefeated over 2 days, and that was a ton of fun. But you know, not all those models translate over to 40K perfectly well. So while I took my shielded assault marines and played them as Vanguard veterans and have had some success with them, I'm looking to add a few different things, and I'm feeling pretty confident about the direction that some of these Primaris models are going. I will be first in line getting some eliminators.
I doubt I measured 12.
Yeah, that actually looks like a really cool unit.
So that's that. We'll go charge phase. I'll charge here, and here with Celestine.
Okay. Overwatch from the cannon?
Yeah, just the cannon, right? Yep. 3d3. Big money, 8.
8, 3, 6, 8.
Does it ignore cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Cody, how many wounds does Celestine have?
1, 2.
2.
Now she has not taken a single wound.
2 to wound.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
two
looks like
minus
she's
ones.
pretty fresh.
1 goes through, takes 2.
Yep.
I stand corrected. She just took 2 wounds.
Touche.
Her distance.
It's because we said something. You know, we're not supposed to be influencing the game like this. I feel like we're abusing our power.
Okay, this is gonna go into here.
Yep.
You get Overwatch. 7 will make it if you don't kill me.
Heavy stubbers.
Yep.
Nothing. Missiles. Get 2.
Okay,
1. Wounded -2.
save it.
Energy cannon.
Pretty big
2,
right
4,
here,
5.
guys.
Okay. 1.
Wounded -1.
Save it.
Yep.
And I made it with the.
Just
Okay,
tag
Bobby's
in
going into that knight ahead of him.
those Scorpiuses.
Goes 10 inches.
I'll tell you one thing. He is using his vehicles well for soaking up Overwatch. He's definitely playing that very smart.
go ahead.
I feel like that's also a
Okay,
tried and true
CP to
orc
interrupt.
tactic.
I don't care about you interrupting. Oh, does Celestine get to swing twice?
Well, I mean, you were complaining about the cheap
I didn't know
price
which
of
one that was.
sisters
Three.
models.
Three, cool. Fate point
That
left,
throws some
and
salt
then,
already, I
we'll
get it.
Obviously, swing with Bobby first.
Listen, I live right by a giant lake of salt.
Sword.
It's the second saltiest lake in the world.
You know what? I think we should create a house for Salty John out there.
That's 50
He merely adopted the salt. I was born in it, molded by it.
What's the minus on the sword?
4. So that's 15 plus 5 is 20.
What's the 5? Which is the mortals?
These are the mortals.
Well, how many is it though?
It's 5.
So you
I
did
don't
20
think
damage.
there's been
Yes.
enough games to
What
really
else
tell
has
if
to
the
attack?
Scorpius is better than the Dune
Arcos.
Walkers, Mr. Relic.
20 damage, and I can.
I feel like the Dune will still have their place, especially against
Give me
anti-air
a
or
couple wounds.
the neutron lasers kind of meh in my opinion, but
And that's in the,
the Scorpius definitely has a
Time for the phase.
loadout when it comes to its ability to target models that aren't in line of sight and stuff like that. So, and it's 1 point cheaper.
at least 2 to 1.
Yeah, he's got 2 left.
So let's
Are you
tune
sure?
into this. This is
Yeah, he
pretty
had
critical
20
right
I
here.
did-
Damage
He had
allocation
22
for
on him
night.
right now, or 23 on him
On
right
Bobby
now.
G.
Okay, so
Because he did one.
he's at 3 left.
He's at 3 left,
Yes.
and I'll interrupt.
Sounds good. And you only get to reroll when you charge, right?
Let me double check it because I think it's when I'm charged.
Or heroically
Or
intervene.
yeah, so I'll get it this turn. He's nodding yes.
Is that what it is?
The crass rule is whenever you charge, get charged, or heroically intervene.
Yeah, swing away, bud. You're not degraded or anything, no less
I am.
tax.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you don't lose attacks.
Okay.
Just weapon skill. So 5's re-rolling all misses.
Against Bobby?
What?
Against Bobby, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just tell you,
No, I'm making sure Bobby dies.
The 1 hit so far? 2 hits. 3 hits.
3 hits. Shit.
1 on 3s.
Oof.
Okay, sorry. Did I fail that? So I actually.
No, that one was mine. I was deciding if I was gonna re-roll
okay.
it.
So I've passed both of them so far.
He's got 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so he's alive. I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I rolled before I realized you were going
Because
to
you
do
can't
that.
fight again.
Correct. Yeah.
Ooh, failed to take out Gilliman.
The Celestine will swing. What's his regular save? Is he got?
Yeah, 2 plus 5 plus.
Okay. So I'll do 2 attacks here. How many's got left?
Hey, Giggle Gum. Thanks for following our channel. Appreciate it.
So if I get lucky, I'll throw 1 here. No,
I'm not
gonna throw all
affiliated
of
with
them
this
here.
channel, so I can just go ahead and say
I'm gonna throw.
I hate gnomes.
4 here. 2 against the lone dude. Dude, these dice are pissing me off. 2 hits. Tough 4, right?
Yeah, Zeno, Kiba.
1
there
cocked
are,
on that.
So there are
2
some
wounds,
rhinos
minus
as
3.
well. Just wanted to point out,
Yep.
but
So he's dead.
there's a few infantry choices. Scott is doing a really good job using the rhinos to soak up Overwatch to get Bobby G and Celestine in. I think right now his goal is to just keep tagging the Scorpiuses, it looks like, and then use Celestine to take out the Scorpiuses and Bobby G to take out the Knights. I feel like if he can survive, if Bobby G can survive this turn of shooting and assault with a Knight, I think Scott has this game wrapped up. But it's going to be close, I think. Chris, do you feel like the same way?
I mean, I feel like we're getting into an area where there are still enough things on the table that can deal damage to Scott's army that he can't really rest on his laurels or bank on things staying alive. I mean, Gilman's down to 2 wounds. Celestine took some damage in Overwatch, from what I can tell. I think that her mobility is going to be a really big key to his victory here. his army is banking so much on those two characters that if they can get focused down well enough by the knights and the other shooting vehicles, I mean, his victory isn't as assured as it may be. May seem, rather.
And then those guys will. Well, those guys aren't. Those guys were in it, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Nothing.
Okay.
And then, oh, the other tank.
Yep, 3 attacks. Oh, there
I
you go.
know. I've got to give. I've got to give Scott, the proper kudos. I was not expecting him to be doing this well at this point in the game, but I don't think that he can relax quite.
Hold one. I got hold more.
I got kill more.
Did you get kill more that turn? So you killed 1.
I killed 1. Yeah, I killed 1. So neither of us got kill more. Did you kill 1?
I killed the Dominus. So I get hold more. You scored 2 that time. I scored 3.
Can you hit?
I got another recon. And then that's that, man. Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, I'll give you like 10, 15 minutes, man. Yeah,
It's actually really
that
nice
is,
when we see some clock issues and the opponents are able to work it out and not really have an argument about that. So
you can still move within 1 inch. Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Yeah. On my fallback.
So you gotta still slide it if you can.
I'm right there.
No.
All right. And I can't walk over this, or?
Nope.
Why?
Because these are barricades, right?
Yeah. When did barricades stop you?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but knights can move over other models, yes?
they can't move over infantry models.
They can whenever they're falling back, and it's only infantry, I do believe.
I'm gonna fall back and be 1 inch away from Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
Yep, that's the right move.
So this guy has-
Get out of engagement range for that. Now, is one of the knights down?
CP, sorry, for mine.
No, he only had 2
No, he's
knights,
gotta
I
be full
believe.
stat line.
Okay.
This needs to fall back.
One of the knights is down to like 3 wounds, though.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It is this knight up here, up top. Got my John Madden style pin. So this knight's down to 2 or 3 wounds. And I think
They'll fall back into the
this one's
building
at
just so they don't
full,
get shot.
So
Sounds good.
I can't get away from this fucking stupid thing.
You can't get away with it
for you
and hold
guys
the
watching, hey, stick around to the very end after our interview. War Room Hobbies, who is a premier sponsor of the Iron Halo stream, is giving one of you lucky guys $50 to their store. So all you got to do is stick around. I'm going to copy all of the people that are in the chat, all the Twitch viewers, and we're going to randomly select on stream, and we'll get in contact with you if you win. So War Room Hobbies is a brand new hobby store in Cordova, Tennessee, run by the more famous SiegeWorld TO Michael Horner. And so you can get some more info about that, about the store at warroomhobbies.com. And you can check them out for awesome discounts on games, maybe more than what you can traditionally get at a hobby store. You can check them out there, and just keep watching.
No, that's
2 hits.
2 hits. Yep.
2 wounds.
Yeah, looking at this army list, I'm seeing 3 Knights Crusader.
And you passed all your Arco saves, right?
Yeah.
You fail. Okay. Actually,
You're right, Chris.
Yeah.
There's one off the board.
Yeah, he died whenever the Arco-Flagellants came out of the building and McMurdered him.
Oh, I guess they are pretty good.
Yeah.
So this guy gets the bonus attacks, or this guy?
For the Gatling?
Yeah.
He has the Gatling.
Okay, that must have been while I was on break.
Yeah.
You're a bio break.
So 1, 2, 3,
Hey man,
4,
it's
5,
that
6,
online
8.
lingo.
Thanks, Northwest Gamer. We appreciate you guys tuning in. sometimes the streamers don't actually get everything 100% correct, but you know, we're just having a fun time doing this and giving you guys some awesome things to look
So you
at
got this guy left.
today. So if you guys enjoy
so
this,
rocket
please
pods,
feel
cannons,
free
because it
to
doesn't mean
follow
line
our
of sight,
channel, donate to our channel, maybe
Gatling
buy
cannon
us.
over here,
That's right. Bobby's gone.
and then battle cannon.
That was a nice Freudian slip there, Northwest Gamer.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
Here.
Sounds good.
Flamer nowhere,
Sounds good.
because I don't have anything to target.
So real quick, Gatling, pod,
Battle cannon, heavy stubbers and shit.
sounds good. So just 2 heavy stubbers over there.
Yeah, let's just do that first.
Yeah, that's a big part of the strategy there. If Gilliman does not get back up, oof, it's gonna be real tough for Scott.
I agree.
And then
Fives.
Do you think it was smart to have pretty much your games rely on a 4-up die roll
So
for
that's
both
they're 2 damage
characters?
apiece, right?
yes,
For a
whatever it
guy whose entire army was a 4-up,
That's
yes.
Bro, give it to me, baby. No. And then there's nobody inside.
That's fair. That's fair.
is. All right, so there's rocket pod. We'll do the battle cannon. We'll just move around the table.
Yeah,
Battle cannon
they're
over
just
here.
pulling more and more things up. I think Celestine's still got some muscle to swing around. What I feel like is necessary is getting rid of the models that are scoring, like the squad of sisters over on the right side of the board. Like if he can pick off those units that are going to be consistently grabbing points,
How
then,
much damage?
you know, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, it's not as juicy as maybe killing something like Gilliman or Celestine, but those are models that are also scoring points that are just being left alone at this point.
That's okay.
It seems to be he's doing a pretty good job of that
Rocket
right now.
pod, the cannons.
Those knights have really
Sounds good.
stepped up this turn.
3 shots. How many wounds does she have total?
She has 5 wounds total.
So I could kill her. I roll 1s on him. Toughness 3.
Yeah.
So 3s. 2 wounds.
Minus.
-1, 2 damage each.
Okay, so 3 up. Good.
Gatling cannon. On these guys here.
Yeah. 2s.
2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
And there goes another squad.
Chrissy must have heard
And
you
then
because that's
I'll,
exactly what he did.
Assault the Arco flag.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I would say great minds think alike, but I'm not vouching for the greatness of my mind at this point in time.
6.
Now, I do believe that the Blood Angels are pretty telepathic, so you could have sent some waves. I don't know. We may need to check that.
That's table talk right there. It's a red card, if I ever heard one.
And then 2s.
Hey,
No,
red's my favorite color.
3.
3, okay.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna attack him.
Sounds good. Hold 1, kill 1.
Okay, Cody, so what does he have left on the
Butchers.
board? What does Scott have left?
I see one character.
We've got an immolator still full of some sisters. We have Celestine, and we have a Canoness.
These guys are gonna get out. I scored another behind, by the way. Gotta remember this clock, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry. Does Celestine automatically come
Having
back? or is
those
it dice rolls?
models
2 up.
inside the buildings now that there's fewer Scorpius to do something about it. It speaks to a little bit of a long game plan that I like to see coming through. It makes me wonder
Thank
if
you.
he plans on maybe charging out of that building at all to take
These guys
care of
are
that
actually
last
coming out
one.
like this.
Or maybe that other Scorpius just doesn't have the firepower to take them all out. But you know, it still represents a threat while it's out there.
I mean, what's
gonna make me run around
the
the building
game
after?
plan right now if you're Scott? Survive?
Survive's going to be big. He's losing the capacity to score. He's losing the capacity to score on objectives now. He doesn't have enough models on the outside to touch those 4 objectives.
Still on bottom floor.
And he doesn't have a reasonable shot at doing that in the future. I think right now he's trying to secure recon somehow.
Yeah.
He
So
does.
we'll go-
He
we'll
will
go
right now.
1, 2.
I think this will be the last turn, though. He scores recon.
3.
Well, it'll depend on a few things, because he's got the upper left hand, he's got the upper right hand, he's got the lower right hand, but he doesn't have the lower left hand yet, so he has to make the charge out of the building to that Scorpius and wrap around it so that he can move his models in the charge to negotiate that space and try and get that last recon point.
That
And
definitely
the
is a
sad
fair-
point with
fair
doing that-
assessment.
Flamer.
The sad point with doing that too is that it puts them out in the open, and those knights will blow away a squad of sisters pretty easily.
Yep.
I mean, it's almost like you don't want to. At this point, I feel like I just want to hide.
Charge phase.
Yeah, I don't really care. Yep, there we go. He's declaring it against the Scorpius.
9 shots.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ooh,
Party on. bruh.
One -1.
2 damage.
Yeah, Ryan's list definitely lacks some scoring
Distance.
power here. I think that's the big weakness of the list. He's paying a lot for
Come
toys.
on,
He doesn't
man.
have
Am I
enough
within
void.
4? No, man. That probably loses me the game right there. Salcino going to that dude.
Yeah,
that was rough. That was a failed like 5-inch charge.
Yeah, he just failed a 5-inch charge.
7.
Yep, and took some losses for the trouble.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that was my downfall. You know, that Blood Angel stratagem, Wings of Fire, you come down, you have 3d6 inches to charge. I failed that with a reroll on an Eldar flyer, and that pretty much cost me that game.
I messed up my plan there.
What's Celestine saves?
Go 4 up. All right, your go, bud.
Yep.
I got you for 4 that turn. I got me for 1.
Oh, 1 for kill 1.
Yeah. I may have marked it wrong, but
Oh, it's fine.
yeah, I marked it right actually.
Yeah, he's not holding an objective, so he's hemorrhaging points at this point, the longer this game goes on.
Yeah, I think it's almost over. Cody's inputting the scores right now.
There's that second Scorpius up at the top I didn't see. So yeah, I mean, there's still 2 of those things around. Oof. I mean, gotta respect him for giving it a good run, but yeah, I'm not seeing a
Now, I don't
a
think.
win out of this.
You move 12
Now,
right
Chris,
or
let
10?
me get your opinion on this. I don't think that 5-inch charge kind of costed him the game. I think it would have helped out, but the overwhelming firepower is just gonna hurt him.
It's definitely rough, but you got to think about the score is all tied up. It's still a dice game, and you got one knight who's pretty badly injured. Lots of D6 shots. It's rough.
Definitely.
This is what I think, just because, I mean, the objectives that he's losing out now are not ones that require dice. It's all movement based, model positioning, and those are the ones that are guaranteed points for his opponent now that he has pretty much complete control of the board.
Except for the rocket pod at her.
Yeah, that's going to be the rough part, is that he's just going to be able to do whatever he wants.
Cody, can you give us a quick score update?
As of right now, it is 19-19. Ryan has scored all 4 big game hunters. He has 3 Butcher's Bills and sadly 0 Old School, which is going to change soon. Mr. Scott has 4 Titan Slayer, 3 Recon, and 2 behind enemy lines. We'll see if he holds on.
So did Ryan not get first strike?
No, he did not. Those 4 pluses paid off.
Wow.
Freeze the wounded.
Yep.
What about Bobby G? Bobby G didn't get back up either.
He downed him when he charged him, and then the second time that we went down again.
Gotcha.
Good. All right, takes 1.
I question the decision to move the knights
cannons, so
away
5's
from
here?
the objective.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I didn't understand that move either. I wonder if because Celestine's so
Minus.
close to the building, maybe he can charge her, but I didn't understand that.
That's accurate right there. You're within 1 inch of a ruin.
There you go. Put your tap dancing shoes on.
Yep.
Well, they didn't move that last Scorpius up at the top either. You know, it would have made more sense to throw that one around to try and nav one of the objectives on either side, because you want to get that hold more. Kind of risky.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think he is. Even the thing is that he's already holding more just by having 1 Scorpius on 1 objective.
2. Down to 3.
And then this one.
I think he's really banking on the Scorpius' ability to kill those battle sisters.
Yep.
So 3,
Yep.
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Uh, 3.
No, wait, 8, yeah.
AP minus 1.
She's dead. Does she come back? She does.
Where's she come back at?
Where do I choose? 9 inches away.
9 inches.
Celestine did
that's the end
fall.
of
She did revive. She'll be
Yeah,
back
you got,
here in a minute.
Kill 1, hold 1.
Max Butchers, kill 1, hold 1.
Like a bad cold, Celestine's back again.
I have to sacrifice.
Oh, I'm horrible at this.
Yeah, you are.
Celestine is back.
How many inches she have when she comes back?
Max.
So 5.
Let's see if she can hold him off.
She'll move her distance here. These guys will go like this.
She going for that knight?
Yeah, I think that knight only has 3 wounds left. That could be something good.
Yeah, she could take it out.
Okay. All right. We'll go 1, 2, 3 bolters plus the 1 random bolter.
3
That
bolters,
dude.
the 1 random.
Oh yeah, the 1 regular bolters. 3 storm
yeah.
bolters and 1 regular bolter. One, 2, 3.
3.
Yep.
Take 1.
A Celestine will charge him.
Yeah, now focusing down that sister squad. They've moved out to score that objective.
You gotta try it. I'll go into here, man. She makes it.
Okay.
Does she get to fight twice this phase for my last faith point? No.
He's only got 3 wounds left.
I still want to swing twice, man.
Yeah.
6 attacks. I hate your dice still. All hit.
Hey, it's what's salty,
1,
guys.
2, 3, 4,
Minus.
3.
All 6s. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 for.
Ooh,
Well,
that looks good. That
The
knight's
knight
probably
blows
going
up.
down.
She did take him down.
She rolled pretty good on those wound rolls.
Then she was here, like that. All right, I got another behind that
Scott
turn.
just not letting
got a
this
whole
game
bunch
go.
of them. You killed 2,
It's
so you got killed
inspiring.
more. We tied
Yeah,
hold,
it
so
is.
2.
You gotta love a player who never just gives up. He's fighting for every point right now.
All right.
That should be updated with first strike now. I forgot to.
Hey, Zeno
mark that at the
Kiba,
beginning.
it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good, bro. If you can't
did
make
get
the
first strike,
Halo,
yes.
I know you got a lot to paint for yourself and friends, so
did you
no
get first
problem.
strike?
So
I did.
while they're
first turn.
moving real quick for turn 5, which is possibly the last turn, we would just want to give a shout out to War Room Hobbies. They're a premier sponsor of the channel. And one of you lucky viewers are going to win $50 today. So just stick around after the interview. I'll take all your names and we'll randomly draw for one of you guys. So super excited to do that. And hope you guys are enjoying. If there's any suggestions, let us know in the chat or message us. We're excited to do this. We'll be covering 2 games tomorrow. And they're going to be some awesome 40K. So it'll be interesting if we get to see Ryan or Scott in the next rounds tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
A quick update. Apparently he did get first strike, so we just added that. So everything else has been looking pretty good. It is 22-24. Still a close game.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Points wise.
Dead.
I think the sisters are running out of steam.
Energy
at this
cannon to
point.
her.
Yep.
5 hitting on 4s.
What happens when you have steam-powered sisters? It's not an effective way of moving things.
That's pretty funny.
That sounds like a maybe some kind of country folk
goes
rock
through,
band.
two.
Steampunk Sisters.
It would be.
4 left.
At least in our neck of the woods, it would be a really good band.
Energy cannon on her.
That's right, because we're from Oklahoma, Cody.
Yeah, that's true. We like anything though.
Fair.
1, 2,
3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 3 minus 1s.
Good.
Oh, I didn't do that. I said that, but I didn't shoot it yet.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, D6. 1 whole shot, which misses.
Okay. All right. My go. Candace is gonna advance for 9. 9 should get me on the objective. I gotta go for an unfailable charge. How many wounds left there?
5.
Flamer for 3. That'll be 2 wounds, -1.
2 wounds, -1, so 4s. Save 1.
Okay.
Just a 1 damage each.
And yeah, and then I'm charging in.
Yep. All right, stubbers. Three stubbers hit. 1 save. -0.
Good.
Missiles. 1 hit. Wounded. -2.
Takes 2 or takes D3.
3.
It's fucking 3.
And then the energy cannon.
Yep.
3,
6 again.
6 again. It's like always 6 basically.
That's for sure.
1 hit. Wounded.
She's dead. Good game, bud.
Good game.
Wow.
All right, so I got hold 1. I maxed everything but recon. Hold 1, kill 1.
Bam.
There goes Celestine. Sorry, that
You
was
got
actually
3 old school. You actually did not get behind. Actually, you only got 2 on old school.
Slay the.
You got last strike, and you got
Right, but if you're
first strike.
if you're gonna concede though,
I'm not conceding. The game's over. It's turn 6.
but I mean I'll get Slay the Warlord.
No, it's turn 6, bro.
It's
No.
turn 5.
Hey. So what happens is, are you tabled?
No,
It's the end of turn 5, right?
no, it's in turn 6.
It's turn 5.
It's turn
It's turn
6.
5.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, then.
It's turn 6?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
I only have scores through 5.
I've got scores through 6. And I've been keeping pretty good track of this the whole time. You've won this game.
Okay.
I believe, because we can count it up. I believe you still won this. I needed to make this charge to get my last recon and to get kill one. Let's just count it up, but that is game. So you only get 2 for old school because you're not in my deployment zone, and you didn't get Warlord. So, but I believe you still won it because I got you at 19 plus 10 is 29, and I got as 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 11 is 24. I still got you at 24, 24. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was last turn.
Warlord. Is he tabled?
If it's not last turn, I'm not.
I'm only catching every other word.
With everything.
As opposed to just the energies?
Yeah. Good game again, bud.
Yeah, good game.
I need to go first. I need you not to seize.
So final
that's about
score.
as tight as it can go, really.
Apparently, I think we're on turn
I mean, I was on the
6.
back foot the entire game.
Yeah.
29,
Ugh.
24.
Okay. I might have turned this off.
I don't know how to turn it off either.
But
Yeah,
I think
that's what
we're
we're
going to do an
getting.
interview.
Oh.
Yeah. You need to use your CPs more, bro. Can't
So
end the
we're
game
gonna
with
quickly
4.
set up.
I know. I'm stealing one of their dice, right?
Yeah, I stole one, but you got to make sure that was a flying monkey one.
Oh, I don't want a flying monkey.
Yeah,
Where's
I mean, the flying monkey ones are good too, but
Yeah,
So they're stealing my dice on stream. You guys are recorded, and I have you for criminal evidence for stealing my dice.
okay. I mean, if I'm gonna get charged.
You need a Gollum thief call out to go
I know.
along with that.
Anyway, hey,
some
let's start the
ashes.
interview. Cody, go ahead and
We're taking objective markers,
Yeah, I'm
clocks,
taking everything,
terrain.
dude. Yeah, man.
all right, we're getting the interview set up. So give us a second.
Good game again, bud.
Hey, yeah, good game, man. Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Scoot that way. Perfect. Okay, cool.
you're back.
So Cody's going to do the interview real quick. Guys watching. So, all right, Cody, you're live.
All right, everybody. We're here with the round 3 here. Got 2 great competitors here that played a great game. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think it was a very good game, actually. I was on the back foot the entire time. Getting seized on definitely didn't help, but I think I still played a pretty solid game, considering the fact I was on the back foot the entire time.
After the C's roll, we were all kind of shocked. I was like, oh, man, I don't know how this is going to go. But I really think you did a good tactic of just going straight towards them as hard as you could. When it comes to picking those secondaries, what goes through your head on that?
So my army can always score recon. I think we can all agree with that. Recon's pretty good. Behind's pretty good because I'm usually turn 1. I'm in your line, so I'm starting to score that turn 2. And you kill the transports, the dudes jump out. The last one was easy because Titan Slayer is pretty easy against Knights. If I kill,
I bleed secondaries.
yeah, if I
Like, literally.
killed 1.5 Knights, I max that out. So.
So when it comes to your secondaries, what were the ones that you were really going to pick for, mainly with your army outside of?
So I had no idea. For him, for the two were easy. Like Big Game Hunter is easy. Butcher's Bill's probably pretty easy for my army usually. And I picked old school. I just like fell back on that old crutch of like old school.
Kingslayer's always good against Celestine. She's always going to give max out points.
You're gonna kill her twice.
Yeah.
Well, if she doesn't get back.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah.
Because then you get 3.
Yeah.
So I probably should have picked Kingslayer against Bobby or Celestine. And
No, just Celestine.
Oh, yeah.
Kingslayer against Bobby's stupid.
Bobby Slayer's got to be Warlord to get the max.
Well, he's also a monster, so it's every 4 wounds. Yeah.
So, yeah, old school was. I was scared the entire game.
You should have been. You seized.
So this is the second time I've ever played Sisters, like in an event. So I have nobody in my area. I'm from Indy. Nobody plays Sisters hardly. So
They're definitely a tough army. I'm excited to see the new plastic miniatures come out for them. I just can't wait to see more of them. Tell me the feeling of when you rolled that dice and it came up a 6 for C's.
it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I usually plan on going second. Like I used to be like the person who set up and was like, I gotta go first or I lose. And now I've switched my entire thing to like trying to think about going second always. So if I get a C's, it's nice because I have like the 72-inch range with my battle cannons and stuff. But otherwise, I'm just looking to go. I'm just looking to go when I go.
Right.
Some people in the Twitch were asking, do you really like the Scorpus tank? Have they really done a really good job for you
They're
so
like
far?
25 points undercosted. Yeah.
I think they're really good. 75 points, T7. I think they're really solid.
111.
Oh, they're 111.
The
Okay.
disintegrators are 111.
Oh, okay.
But like in tournaments like this where we have magic boxes, not worrying about line of sight for 3d3 shots is the best.
Wow.
My last turn though is what crippled me. If I would have made that charge and that charge, I'd have got that. That has swung
there's
me
2 charges on the last
3 or 4 points that turn.
We saw that. I figured that was what was going to happen. You were going to come around and try to wrap around so you get that last.
Last recon, hold more and kill 1.
Yeah. Well, thank you, fellas. It was a great game.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Excellent.
All right, Chris. Well, that is the game. I think we had a great time. We appreciate the players coming on here. Chris, what are your final thoughts of this game?
Well, I think that Scott played an excellent game, and it's very easy to root for kind of like an underdog or whatever. Scott definitely exceeded my expectations of the way he played the game. I think he made a lot of good choices. Sometimes the dice weren't with him. I still wonder about how it would have been if he hadn't been so gung-ho about killing stuff and getting up in the opponent's face. But at the same time, he did by the end of the game manage to take out a lot of the firepower that was up against him. It just wasn't quite enough. So it'll be interesting seeing how Ryan does going forward, if he can compensate for some of those weaknesses he has so far as board control go. He's not going to have the luxury of every opponent running at him, so it'll be interesting to see how things go from this point on.
Yep, he was definitely a favorite going into this round to win the whole thing. So, now it's probably Ryan's choice. So, Cody, what was your favorite part about the game?
I think my favorite part of the game is when the Arcoflagellants came out and just wrecked that night. I don't think any of us really expected that because we haven't seen them, but whew, that was rough.
Was it 20 wounds?
They rolled a total of 20 wounds. He already had taken 14, so it was pretty easy, but yeah, they did the business.
Yeah, CW Dub, just commenting on hating those models. I agree too. So, hey, so just real quick. Hey, LS Mexela. Okay, I'm just gonna stop right there. Hey, I appreciate you following our channel. That's great. Please follow it. We're doing more coverage of GTs around the country. The next stop is the Iron Halo, which is our home front. And we're going to do some awesome coverage there for a 100-person tournament. And then we'll be going to Midwest Maelstrom in early November and Renegade Open in later part of November, probably the weekend before Thanksgiving. So we're pretty excited about that. Those of you that have stuck around, like I told you, you have a chance to win a $50 gift certificate from War Room Hobbies. The great Michael Horner, who is a TO here at SiegeWorld, is starting a new game store in Cordova, Tennessee. You can visit them at warroomhobbies.com. And so before I do that, Chris, how can people find you if they love the sultry tones of your voice, or just talk a little bit more smack about everything but Blood Angels?
Well, you can always find me on Forge the Narrative. So check out forgethenarrative.net. We've got our entire catalog of shows. If you have enough time for 4 years of shows of me talking about Blood Angels, I mean, and who sensibly wouldn't? That's the place that you want to go. You can also subscribe on iTunes, and we're always looking for entertaining 5-star reviews. So if you fancy having your review read out loud on the show, be sure and leave something very interesting and, say something nice about me.
Nice about Chris. Oh, that's pretty funny. So, I
am a pretty funny guy, but looks aren't everything.
Funny guy. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out here. I think it's been a fun time. We'll be back tomorrow. Round 4 starts at 9:30, so we'll probably get everything set up. We're gonna have the Flying Monkey podcast guys on, and then on Sunday for round 5, we're gonna have Flying Monkeys and the great war boss himself, Rich Kilton, who has won a couple GTs as an Orc War Master guy. Like a war boss, I guess you could say what he is. So, all right, so let's get this drawing rolling. Okay, cool. So, we've got all 24 of you here in the chat, as you can see. And I got my random number generator, 1 to 24, and drum roll. Oh, we got another follower. Thank you very much. Number 19. Okay, that would be S1 Flacca. So you have gotten the $50 gift certificate. We'll contact you here shortly to get that. But I just want to say thanks again for everyone that's tuning in. We fully appreciate your patronage, and you are obviously the best watchers in Twitch land. be sure to check us out tomorrow, 9:30 start time, and be there because we're gonna have a fun time. So Chris, thanks for being on, and Cody, you've done pretty good so far, so I guess we'll keep you around for at least tomorrow.
Oh, good.
All right,
My
guys.
pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, no problem, Chris. We'll take it easy, guys, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Cheers.